Downtown Geneva has some massive changes in the works, and no, it's not another craft coffee shop with $7 cold brews. This time, it's a project that could reshape one of the most historic stretches along the Fox River, the proposed 302 River Development. If you live anywhere in Geneva, St. Charles, or Batavia, this one's worth paying attention to, because whether you love the idea of new luxury housing along the river or you're still mourning the old Geneva Bottling Works plant, this project is going to impact traffic, walkability, employment, schools, and yes, eventually the home values. Today, we're breaking down what's actually being proposed, how it affects the community of Geneva, and why this project has people buzzing. Let's get into it. By the way, in case you didn't know, I'm Austin Weiss, a local real estate agent who has helped dozens of families move to Geneva and the Tri-City area. So if that's you, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I'd love for the opportunity to connect with you about your moving plan. All right, here's the breakdown. Straight, simple, and caffeine-free. 302 North River Lane, right along the Fox River, the former Geneva Bottling Works property. If you've ever walked the Riverfront Trail, biked past it, or argued over parking nearby, you know exactly where this is at. What's being proposed is a 5-story residential building that includes 114 luxury apartments, 12 luxury townhouses for people who want more space, parking for over 100 vehicles. We will talk about traffic in just a little bit. A 6,000 square foot riverfront terrace, think sunsets, cocktails, and lots of Instagram posts overlooking the Fox River. The developer plans to relocate and repurpose the historic home on First Street, keeping its architectural character while giving it new life. Either a win for preservation or a logistical puzzle involving cranes and a prayer. With demolition of the bottling works already completed this past summer, the timeline for completion has not really been announced yet. Since this is not a quick pop-it-up-in-a-year project, this may be an inconvenience for the downtown Geneva area for a little while. Now this is where things get interesting for current homeowners. You probably guessed it, more residents means more cars, but here's the nuance. This part of Geneva was already due for pedestrian, bicycle, and traffic flow improvements. A well-planned project could speed up upgrades that would have taken the city years to fund on its own. Expect heavier activity during construction, more congestion near River Lane during the peak hours, and long-term possible infrastructure upgrades that benefit the entire riverfront. If you're thinking, great, more construction, well, welcome to the suburbs. At least this construction comes with river views and is a step towards keeping up with all the recent riverfront projects in neighboring downtown St. Charles. They basically overhauled their entire downtown living scene and created an entertainment district that people visit from all over to enjoy. Now, according to the developer releases, the development project will create construction jobs and create a boost for new residents spending downtown, reinforcing Geneva's rising desirability as a riverfront-centric community. This isn't a corporate campus or a warehouse. It's a lifestyle-driven development which tends to raise nearby spending and tax revenue. From a school district perspective, luxury rentals, especially 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom units, typically create less school enrollment pressure than full subdivisions. The townhomes might bring some families, but the mix leans towards professionals, empty nesters, and renters relocating from the city. Schools likely will feel minimal impact, but local businesses get a nice bump. And from a cosmetic perspective, the Bottling Works property wasn't exactly a postcard. A fresh riverfront development with a public-facing terrace space could activate this entire area, improve the lighting, increase walkability, and encourage more outdoor events. The 5-story height is the hot topic, but with this being downhill, I don't see why the building scale wouldn't fit the neighborhood and enhance Geneva's riverfront appeal. All right, here comes the part everyone debates at the dinner table. Geneva is already one of the most in-demand Fox Valley towns, and projects like this typically signal confidence in a city's long-term market. New luxury residents near the walkable riverfront areas historically do 3 things. They lift surrounding property values due to increased demand, they improve the neighborhood desirability long-term, and they pull in more Chicago relocators who want a blend of charm and amenities. But here's the honest truth. During construction, it will probably be dusty and noisy, which is about as fun as stepping barefoot on a Lego. The short-term impact slightly reduced appeal for homes immediately adjacent to the construction zone, and buyers may see less appeal to the area if they see cranes out their back window. However, the long-term impact should result in higher resale potential, better walkability and lifestyle features, as well as stronger demand for homes close to the river. And the luxury rental demand is a real signal. Developers don't spend this kind of money unless they believe Geneva's future looks absolutely bright. This is where opinions get split. Some residents love the idea of breathing new life into an old site, and others worry a 5-story building feels too urban for Geneva. Public hearings will be lively, and homeowners close by should be watching design revisions, shadow studies, and traffic analysis pretty closely. These details will absolutely matter. So if you live nearby, here's what to keep an eye on: final building height approvals, the traffic mitigation plans, riverfront access improvements, how the historic home relocation actually shakes out, parking and pedestrian enhancements, the timeline announcements, and changes along River Lane. So what do you think? Is the 302 River Project a smart reinvention of a neglected riverfront corner, or is it too much too soon for Geneva? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you, especially if you live nearby. I read every comment, and these community conversations genuinely help people make a smarter decision about where to live. The Fox Valley has a few big years ahead of it, and if you're planning to make a move, I would love to be your go-to real estate resource. You can reach out to me by phone, text, and email. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.